everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at this AOC monitor. I'm going to tell you all about it. I love this monitor, but there are some downfalls to it, so let's get into it. This is the i2367Fh monitor from AOC. It's got a 23-inch IPS LED display with 5 milliseconds response time. It does full 1080p resolution and has 60 Hz refresh rate. It comes with built-in speakers, 1 VGA and 2 HDMI ports. It boasts a 2mm thin bezel, however, there are black bars on each side of the screen that measure about 1/4 of an inch, making that statement a bit misleading. The bottom of the display is a 3/4 inch brushed metal look with the AOC logo embossed discreetly in silver. The stand is black with a silver base, and this is one of the monitor's biggest faults. The display is extremely wobbly on the stand. However, as long as you don't move the display around or bump into it, it's fine as is. The display looks great, although it's extremely bright on default settings. You'll have to mess around with the brightness in the settings, as there's a very small sweet spot for getting the brightness just right. I didn't test the speakers on this, as I have a set of speakers from my previous PC that work just fine. The speakers on this monitor are probably good enough to get you by, but you're going to want to eventually, down the road, look for a pair of speakers for this setup. I also noticed that the monitor looks like it's somewhat tilted, although it's hard to tell from certain angles. I had troubles getting the picture to fill the frame when I first hooked the monitor up to my PC, but after a few minutes of looking through drivers, I updated my Catalyst Control Center drivers, rebooted the PC, and everything was working perfectly fine. This monitor normally goes for around $150 on Amazon.com. However, Amazon shipped me one that had already been opened, so I contacted Amazon to let them know I wasn't pleased with fingerprints already being on the screen and tape leaving residue on the stand, which it shouldn't have even been there in the first place. And they went ahead and discounted the monitor for me. I kept the monitor since everything was working fine on it, so I actually got this for around $120 instead. Overall, I'm very pleased with this monitor. If you're on a budget and don't need more than 60 Hz, you should definitely take a look at this display. It looks great on the screen and, by itself, turned off. This is a fantastic monitor for $150.